Hello, everyone. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Thank you very much.
Performance USA, the greatest entertainers in America, is requested by you, the men and women in the United States Armed Forces throughout the world. Command Performance, presented this week and every week till it's over there. Hello, gang. This is Ken Carpenter with another Command Performance, ready to undo the string and let you see what's inside. From time to time, as suggested by Sergeant Jim Blaine, Command Performance departs from its usual custom of answering requests and puts on a show in which the various stars do whatever they want to. And here to help everyone take their hair down, including her own, is the lovely young screen star, Ann Rutherford.
Thank you, Ken, and hello, fellas. As you just heard, this is going to be another Let Yourself Go night on Command Performance. And I hope you'll forgive me if I'm a little nervous because I don't know what's going to happen up here any more than you do. But before we start tonight's masquerade, here's one of your favorite singing groups, tops with jukebox addicts in every corner of the globe, the King Sisters.
I would gather stars out of the blue for you, just for you. And I'll make a string of pearls out of the dew for you, just for you. Clover, I'll lay at your feet. Oh, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you, baby, just for you. I would gather stars out of the blue for you, and I'd make a string of pearls out of the dew for you. Carpets of clover, I will lay at your feet. Oh, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you. Oh, for you. I'll do it all for you.
Thank you, Alice, Donna, Louise, and Yvonne King. And now let's see who's on our list of stars for tonight.
Some would say stars.
You call me Ann? Well, it's Bob Hope. Bob, I suppose you know the idea of command performance tonight.
Yes, I hear it's sort of a suppressed desire night. Is that true?
Is that right down your alley?
Well, the alley's the only place I don't suppress them.
Oh, Bob, you don't understand.
Breathing in the back, too.
Look, Bobby, you just don't understand. Tonight you can fulfill an ambition. You know, everybody always wants to be someone else. Now, what would you like to be?
Well, I'd like to be a wolf baying at the moon on some lonely mountaintop.
No, you can't be Bob Hope. You have to be someone else.
Someone else besides Bob Hope?
Yes.
Who else is there?
Oh, there's lots of people, Bob. Well, now, for instance, you could be Clark Gable.
No, he's got big ears.
Well, you could be Edward Arnold.
No, he's got a big stomach.
Well, you could be Jimmy Durante.
No, he's got a big... Say, I could be at that, couldn't I? But, Ann, I do know one guy I'd like to be, the guy who has your telephone number in his little black book.
Now, Bob, what would you want with my telephone number? I bet there isn't even room in your little black book for my number.
Now, Ann, you misjudge me. I'm not the fickle girl-chasing type of man at all. As a matter of fact, I've only got one number in my little black book, Hollywood 2481.
Whose number is that?
The Los Angeles YWCA. They're, You recognize it, huh? I'll be there. Where are we, huh?
Look, Bob, you still haven't told me. Bob, will you listen to me, young man?
I'm right here, Ann. I'm paying
All right.
attention.
You still haven't told me who you'd really like to be.
Well, I hardly know how to say this, but I'd like to be the Look.
The Look?
Yes, Loren Bacall. Many's the time I wanted to look, but Bogart closed the transfer.
Oh, but Bob, Lauren Bacall is a girl. Now, why should you want to be a girl?
All those kind of things I can't tell you.
Oh, Bob, come on, tell me.
Well, a girl leads such an interesting life. Each night she has a date with a handsome brute of a man, and pretty soon this handsome brute takes her for a ride, and they stop on a dark road somewhere.
Yes?
Well, you know how it is. First it's one thing and then another, and, well, I've always wanted to slap a guy like me.
Look, Bob, you can be Lauren Bacall if you want to, but are you sure you can be convincing?
Oh, certainly. I'll show you. Hello, big boy. If there's anything you want, just whistle.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm true to Humphrey.
All right, Bob, you can be Lauren Bacall.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, Loren. What are you doing tonight, baby?
Professor Colonna. Well. Colonna, what do you want?
I want to speak to Miss Bacall.
I'm Miss Bacall.
You sound just like Bob Hope.
I was Bob Hope, but I'm Miss Bacall now.
I've heard of reconversion, but this is ridiculous.
Listen, Professor, if you had met me at command performance like you were supposed to, you'd know what was going on. Where are you anyway?
Well, I'm down in the corner, Hope. Would you believe it? Some guy just held up the First National Bank and he shot 3 clerks, 2 cashiers, the vice president, and the whole board of directors.
What about the watchman?
Thanks for reminding me.
Colonna, robbing a bank is a serious offense. Quick, put the money back before anyone sees you.
Okay, I'll put the bills back, but I'll just take a little change for pocket money. Now for the other pocket.
Colonna, stop fooling around and come down here right away.
Okay, Hope, how would I get there if I drove?
Well, you just come down Lower Canyon to Hollywood Boulevard, turn left at Sunset, then come straight down to Gower.
Well, my car is parked in a very small space between 2 other cars, but don't worry, I'll get out. How would I get there if I walked?
Oh, that Colonna, when they handed out brains, he must have been on a chow line. Well, men, we take time out now to bring you a dash of color from South America. The romantic singing star from the Trocadero Choo-Choo Martinez. Martinez.
nació de ti, nació de mí, de la esperanza. Amor, amor, mi amor, nació de Dios para los dos, nació del alma. Sentir que tus besos se anidaron en mí, igual que palomas mensajeras de luz. Saber que mis besos se quedaron en ti, haciendo en tus labios la señal de la cruz. Amor, 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 nació de ti, nació de mí, de la esperanza. Amor, amor, mi amor, nació de Dios para los dos, nació del alma. I can't find another word with meaning so clear. My lips try to whisper sweeter things in your ear, but somehow or other nothing sounds quite so deep as this soft caressing word. I know. Amor, mi amor, when you're away, there is no day, and nights are lonely. Amor, amor, my love, make life divine, say you'll be mine, and love me only.
Choo-choo, that was swell.
Well, Ann, now that you know my suppressed desire, who else do we have to find out about?
Well, there's a beautiful brunette standing over there in the wings.
Yeah, I know. I squeezed past her when I walked by.
Now, look, Bob, that passageway isn't so narrow that you have to squeeze past the girl.
Well, you walk your way and I'll walk mine.
Well, let's bring her over. Gentlemen of the AEF, I'd like you to meet lovely Gloria DeHaven. Hello, Anne. Hello, fellas. Hello, Gloria. Say, I saw you at the beach the other day with Van Johnson.
Oh, yes, isn't he wonderful in a bathing suit? Those rippling muscles, those sloping shoulders, and that suntan chest. Say, by the way, who was that Adonis you were with?
Oh, that was Fred McMurray. Oh, he's so tall and powerful. He can just about crush you with those big, strong arms.
Where does a meatball go to register?
Oh, excuse me, Gloria. Would you like to meet Bob Hope?
Well, I don't know if I'm ready. I've only had 3 lessons in judo.
I don't know who spreads those stories about me. Besides me, Gloria, you don't have to be afraid of me. I'm as harmless as a lamb.
Harmless as a lamb?
Yes, of course I do all my grazing at Griffith Park.
Say, Gloria, you know the idea of tonight's show?
Yes, I think so. Whoever I want to be, I can be.
Yeah.
That's right, Gloria. Whoever you want to be, you can be. Now, who would you choose? Madame Curie, Gypsy Rose Lee?
No, Bob, I don't want to work for a living. I'd like to be a radio comedian.
This kid's trying to louse up the racket. How do you like it? Tell me, Gloria, which radio comedian would you like to be? Jack Carson?
No, he's too young. Someone a little older.
Oh, I see. Jack Benny.
No, someone a little older than that. I want to be Bob Hope.
But, Gloria, that's silly. You couldn't look like me.
Oh, yes, I could, Bob. In fact, I've got a head start.
What do you mean?
Well, I've got a girdle already.
Silly girl. Now, what gives you the impression that I wear a girdle?
Well, look at your figure, Bob. Most of you is on active duty, but the rest is confined to quarters.
It's so true, so true. Where are we? Is that mine? But, Gloria... You know, I must warn you, it's a tough assignment being me. Why don't you be somebody easy, like Crosby?
Easy?
Sure, all you have to do is smoke a pipe and wash didies.
Never mind Bob, Gloria. You can do anything you want tonight on this show. And if Bob can be Lauren Bacall, well, you can be Bob Hope.
Bob's going to be Lauren Bacall.
Yes, if you want anything, just whistle. What's the matter? Can't you whistle?
Yes. Yes, but you haven't got anything I want.
All right, then it's all settled. You can be Bob Hope, but before you get into character, how about just saying Gloria to Haven for a few minutes and singing a song?
All right. For Ricky Richardson, Tip Tiffany, and Jim Carrigan of APO 469, and Roger, Duncan, Mike, Pat, Bob, and Stan, the Dip-Dot Happy Boys of APO 126, for a certain mortar squad of the 4th Marines, Fireman First Class Ronnie Flood, and all the men on a fighting destroyer in the Pacific, and the men of the 82nd Airborne Division, here is Where or When. It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I don't remember where or when. The clothes we're wearing are the clothes we wore. And smile then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happened for the first time seem to be happening again. So it seems that we have met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows where or some things that happened for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before and laughed before
Thank you, Bob Hope. I mean, Glory to Haven. Well, Ann, who's our next guest?
Well, Bob, before I introduce him, I think you'd better go. You know, you have a habit of getting fresh with people, and if you get out of line with this fellow, he'll pin your ears back.
I'd like to see the guy who could pin my ears back.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our better-looking two-gun men, Alan Ladd.
Thank you. Hello, Ann.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Alan, old boy, old pal.
Oh, hello, Hope. So I'm not tough enough to pin your ears back, huh? Listen, Mug, I can pin anybody's ears back in 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Bet it'll take you 5 with Crosby. Those red sails in the sunset. Work on those a while. You'll find out. That's all. Those red sails in the sunset. Go ahead, anywhere. That's all.
Alan, we asked you over here tonight so you could get a chance to express some unfulfilled wish. You can be anyone you want.
That's right, Alan. I'm going to be Loren Bacall.
Well, in that case, I'd like to be Betty Grable.
Shall I leave you two he-men alone?
Please, Ann, tell me, Alan, why do you want to be Betty Grable? You won't have any fun as Betty Grable.
Oh, yes, I will. Harry's out of town tonight.
But Betty Grable has beautiful legs.
Hey, what's wrong with my legs? Hey, what do you think of them?
They look more like barrel staves with hair on them.
Oh, is that so? Well, I think I'm more like Betty Grable than you are like Lauren Bacall.
How can you say that? I'm so vivacious.
I'm vivacious, too.
But I've got so many charms.
Listen, I got the same charms you have, kid.
But I'm more cuddly than you are.
Well, I'm cuddly, too.
Anybody want to shoot a game of pool?
All right, Alan, I'll give in. You can play Betty Grable.
Okay, Bob.
And incidentally, Ann, we're just kidding. We're only acting this way because of command performance.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that.
In fact, I was wondering if you'd care to go for a ride with me after the show.
Oh, I'd love to, Bob, but, oh, gee, someone told me that you drive with one arm around a girl.
That's a lie. I use both arms and steer with my feet.
Well, Bob, I guess we're all set to go ahead with our little playlist.
You mean where we're all going to play different parts?
That's right.
But, Ann, you haven't told us who you want to be. You're in this thing, too, you know.
Well, I guess it may sound a little silly, but I'd like to be Gary Cooper.
Well, that's a tall order, gal. Do you think you could be convincing as Gary Cooper?
Yep.
You're Gary, all right. Okay, Ken, will you set the scene?
All right, Bob. Presenting for the first time anywhere, and probably the last, a one-act farce entitled Between Two Women, or Who's Complaining? As the scene opens, we find those two glamorous Hollywood stars, Lauren Bacall and Betty Grable, talking things over in their lovely boudoir.
Oh, Lauren,
What is it, Betty?
I don't know what to put on. Do you think I ought to wear my peekaboo blouse?
Oh, no, Betty. Remember what happened with that sailor the other night?
What happened?
He took a peek and started to boo. You know, Betsy, I've always admired your legs. I bet they drive the men crazy.
Well, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. By the way, Lauren, I don't like to bring this up, but I wish you had stopped wearing my best satin slip.
I only wore it once. That's the way she talks, I'm telling you. I go to the movies too, you know. Before the prices change, but I go. I only wore your slip once.
Betsy. I know, but you've stretched it all out of shape.
Where did I stretch it?
Well, I don't like to say, but it looks like I'm sitting down in two places.
Betsy, you did that yourself. If I were you, I'd go on a diet.
Do you mean to tell me I'm bigger around the hips than you are?
Well, that dent in the bed didn't come from a coal bucket.
Oh, you're just jealous because I get more fellas than you do.
More fellas than I do. Why, all I have to do is walk up to them and say, if there's anything you want, just whistle. Last night, Cary Grant whistled.
Cary Grant whistled. What happened?
Nothing. His Cocker Spaniel outran me. But tell me, Betsy, what about these two fellas who are coming over tonight?
Well, one of them is Bob Hope.
Bob Hope, oh, I can't stand that guy. Who's my date?
Oh, you got a tall one. Gary Cooper.
That's more like it. That control tower with legs. I love him. You think I'll do all right with him?
Well, how can you miss? All he ever says is, yep.
Thank goodness I won't have to fight tonight. Well, they should be here any minute.
Oh, that must be Bob Hope and Gary Cooper. Come in.
Hiya, babes. This is Bob Lovin, leaving Hope, telling you gals from the north and the south, if you use my product, you'll have a good taste in the mouth. Yacht, yacht.
This is revolting.
Come on in and sit down, boys. I'm Betty Grable.
Hey, Cooper, get a load of the bills on this dame.
Yep.
Boy, she's pretty, isn't she?
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Cooper, I've been waiting to meet someone like you, strong, silent, tall man from the West.
Yep. So you're Lauren, eh?
Yep. I mean, yes, I'm Lauren.
You're a pretty swell dish. Come here, baby.
Baby, please, no one calls me that but Hump. I only say what's written, that's all.
Say, Betty,
Yes.
tonight's a big night for you because you've got a date with me, the great Bob Hope. Soon to be seen in Paramount's Best Picture, The Road to Utopia.
Oh, gosh, Bob, I'm thrilled. Are we going to Ciro's or the Trocadero tonight?
No, I thought we'd just stay home and spend the evening here, and anything you have in the icebox will be fine.
Kid's got me down to a T. Now, before we go anywhere, I'll have to tell Mother. I'll call her. Oh, Mother, we're going out with Bob Hope.
That's him out of your crazy, Captain.
Mother, don't you think it would be all right for us to go out with these two boys?
Sonny, you've always been a wild one. Remember the time I told you about the birds and the bees, and then you ran away from home?
What about it?
4 days later, you were found at Capistrano trying to pick up a squirrel.
My Irish mother, I love her. She's a grand old gal.
Oh, please, Mrs. McCall, let us go. These fellas will get fresh, will you, fellas?
Oh, no. Yep.
Well, I know Gary Cooper will act like a gentleman, but I've heard some tales about that Bob Hope.
Honest, Mr. Call, those stories aren't true.
Yes, they are.
Well, I'll leave you children alone. I'm going upstairs and read. I've got a very interesting book.
What book have you got?
Forever Amber.
You have Forever Amber?
Yes.
So long, fellas. We're going up with Mother. Goodbye.
Well, fellas, it's time to say goodbye for another week. This is Ann Rutherford speaking for all of us, saying so long.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.